Hey peeps, just a quick life update here. Um, I promised I'd be back at some point, and I am. I'm not going to promise videos every week like I did, but I will try to be here more often. As you can hear, my voice is a little scratchy. In September and October, we had basically a month of wildfire smoke that was giving us the worst air quality in the world. And that it penetrated into the house, even though we have AC, and it screwed up my vocal cords a little bit. I'm still a little scratchy from it. And then on top of that, to finish a book, I had a mammoth marathon, 30,000 words that I needed to finish, and I dictated them in 1 week. And that on top of the throat. Well, my throat's not sore, but you can hear that it's still scratchy. That was probably not the best idea, but it was the only one that was going to work at that point. So today I'm just going to talk a little bit about what's been going on in my life. So if you're interested in hearing about my exploits, pull up a chair and we'll get started here in a moment. For those who might not know fully who I am, who've just run across this video, I am Yasmine Galenorn. I'm a New York Times, USA Today, and Publishers Weekly best-selling author of over 85 books. I was trad published from 1996 to 2016, and then I went indie, and I've been indie ever since, and I've been happier than I ever was in trad. Well, mostly. There were some happy things, but not enough to be back there. Anyway, so yeah, I talk about my cats. I talk about writing. I talk about life in general. I talk about life with a chronic illness. Just all sorts of things. And today I'm just going to give you a quick update as to where I've been. This past year has been difficult. As you all know, I lost my beloved Kaylee in December last year, and it hit me a lot harder than I thought it did. I mean, I knew it hit me hard, but it hit me very hard, and I didn't want to talk to people. I didn't want to interact a whole lot. But as the year has gone on, it's getting easier. We have our lovely new baby girls, and our Apple is doing well, and so is Bridget. So the senior kitties, well, Apple's not quite senior yet. He's 8, and Bridget is now 14. They're doing well. And our baby girls are. You can see Kiersey right up there in the inbox. Kiersey. Hey, Kiersey. Yeah, she's not that interested. They are huge. We took them in for their annual exam last week, and turns out Kiersey weighs 11.9 pounds, and Ellie weighs 12 pounds, and they are barely a year old. They're a little over a year old. They are happy. They are bouncy. They play with Apple, who is happy to have them. Bridget has stopped hissing at them finally. And they all sometimes sleep together on the end of the bed. It's so funny, though, because the baby girls are so much bigger than both Apple and Bridget. It's kind of daunting when you look at them all together. But yeah, they're doing good. They're doing well. So I've been writing this year. As you've noticed, I've had several pushbacks on pre-orders. A lot of it was emotional. Some of it was just reaction after reaction from the mast cell crap. I seem to have found a pattern that helps keep me away from a lot of big flares. It's not that pleasant, but it works. So I'm trying to work with it. And that is to eat one food per meal, which is boring, can be very boring. You know, it's like one meal I will eat egg whites. I hate egg yolks, so I don't eat them. Another meal I will eat a hamburger patty. Another meal I will eat a pear or an apple and so forth. And I tend to try and keep it to a maximum of 5 meals per day. Like today's Thanksgiving, and yeah, not having Thanksgiving dinner, which I miss and I feel sad about. And I miss hosting Thanksgiving, but it's still too dangerous. The pandemic is still going on for people like me who are immune compromised, who cannot be vaccinated, and who would be very, very sick if we got COVID. I can't go out, especially now that most people are not wearing masks. There are 3 places I can go to. One is to my hairstylist because she's very careful around me, and her station is quite distanced from the other stations in the massive salon that it's in. It's like an old industrial warehouse that's spread out. And my nail lady, who's in the same salon, she has someone dear to her who is immune compromised. So she wears masks all the time. And she's very cautious. And then my chiropractor, you know, and that's where I go to. I miss getting together with friends, but though I trust them, I don't trust that someone near them or who they interact with might not tell them that they had, you know, gotten sick or something. It's just, it's still too scary to me. I turned on the Thanksgiving Day parade this morning on my Hulu, and within 30 seconds turned it off because I was getting triggered by seeing all the people jammed together to watch the parade, not wearing masks. And I'm just like, I know person after person who has gotten long COVID, who is sick as a dog permanently, or what seems like permanently, because they had COVID, even if it was mild. And the stats are not great. I mean, it's like, I'm not risking it. So other than that lovely discussion, yeah, I'm watching Kiersey back there. I wonder where Ellie is. Well, Ellie seems to be sleeping somewhere, and so does Apple. And it seems like a very quiet day. And that's not, oh, there she is. Hi, Ellie. I see you. Come here, baby. She's just outside the door. Ellie. Oh, she and Apple were wrestling. I wondered what that word contortion was all about. Hey, Ellie, come on in. Yeah, I tried. After discussing all those lovely things about compromised immune systems, the writing's going okay. I'm still a bit behind. I may end up moving not shadow magic. I may end up moving Charm to Death up a couple weeks. But it will be out, and it's going fairly well. I'm very pleased that people really liked shadow magic. And let me see, I've got Witch's Web up for pre-order, which is book 8 in the Moonshadow Bay series. And I've got the second Night Queen series book up for pre-order, which is Shattered Spells. I'm working on a whole bunch of ideas. So other than that, well, I've been working on my plans for next year, on my release plans. Oh, I am still in KU, and it's starting to go up a little bit, which is good. I'm actually doing as well right now as I was wide, and my goal is to see how much further I can push it. As always, the new books that are not out yet are on pre-order wide, so you can pre-order those if you use a Nook or if you use Kobo or whatever. We're supposed to potentially have snow here next week. We have like 5 days that have potential snow showers on them. And quite frankly, I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit. That would be it'd be pretty, especially with all the lights up outside and everything. It's been chilly here. It's been definitely chilly, but I'm relieved because our September and October were so warm and filled with smoke. And I got so sick of the colors of brown because the sky was brown. And I put up my autumn decorations, but we ended up putting up Yule decorations as early as possible because I just was so tired of those colors because that's what the sky looked like for weeks on end. Otherwise than that, I'm not playing as many games as I was. I mean, I still love Valheim and I can hardly wait for the new update, for the Mistlands update, except my tendonitis has been acting up really bad and it's been painful enough that I'm trying to keep my arms for typing. Other than that, I can't think of much else right now because I'm not doing a writing video or anything right now. I will try to do a few more of those. As I said, I can't promise for every week, but I think I'd like to try and get back into doing them more frequently. And for those of you who watch this or who are around, thank you for being patient. It's been a rough past few years, and I think we all need to give each other a little grace and a little leeway and some understanding, and most of all, give ourselves a little grace and understanding, because otherwise it's just too much. Oh, and if you're on Twitter and you are following me, I'm really not posting on there anymore, thanks to the recent kerfuffle. And I am on Mastodon. You can find the link on my front page. Other than that, I think that's about it. I will talk to you later and take care and goodbye.